What's up, y'all? Welcome back to MSM Audio. I'm Tim. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is the final video in my review of Native Instruments Glaze 2. In the first few videos, we reviewed the main browser, the effects page, sound editor, and the sequencer. Now we move on to the macros. Now, let's jump right in. There are 6 macros here. Each preset has its own assigned macros. For each macro, there are 12 assignments, up to 12 that you can assign. And let's see. Here you have the min and max. Once you assign a macro, you can adjust the range where the macro will operate. This is the macro curve that you can shape however you see fit. And this parameter here brings up a menu to save your macro preset. There are some editing tools and default curves that you can choose from, or you can choose initialize to bring it back to its default. And let's see, there are some different styled curves that you can choose from. Okay. These arrows here allow you to adjust the macro curve and apply limiter style effects, also compression. This is a smoothing parameter here. And once you get to the macro assignments, you can delete the assignment by pressing X, or clicking the dot here will take you directly to the page where the macro is assigned, and you'll see the blinking parameter here. So just for some context, this was the original sound. Just to give some context into how much you can make adjustments to the effects, all of the macros, and really change the entire sonic texture of the preset and create something totally new and unexpected. All right, so let's jump in. Let's start with, let me make sure this is on. It is. Let's start. So it's on the sound page and the effects page. These are the pages where you can assign the macros, right? So let's start with cutoff. Let me go back to the effects page. And the way to assign a macro, you just actually, let me decide where I want to apply it first. I'm gonna say, let's go tune. You click the dot next to the macro, it blinks. You find the parameter you want to assign it to, and it brings up this menu. And again, you can set the range where you want the macro to operate, which is the min and max parameters here. Okay, and you can always click it to bring it back up. If you want to reset the range, just hold Control and click the arrow, and it'll reset. If you want to remove the assignment, hold Control and click the dot. It removes the assignment. If you want to clear all the macro assignments for a particular macro, you just hold Control and click the button on the side. So let's reassign this. Let's change that range. All right. Now let's go to the effects page. Where else would I like to apply? Let's try some reverb. And let's create a macro to. And there's already one assigned here. Let me try something else. Saturation, flare. I don't really use the flare, but let me swap this out. Let's try some distortion. Let's assign a macro there. Okay. I'll leave the range as it is for now. That's harsh. What else? Let's go to. How about we go back to the cutoff and let's try and apply it to the amp envelope attack. How would that work? Turn it down. Let's bring it down. Okay, so you can start to get an idea of the many different options and directions that you can go assigning macros pretty much anywhere you want to. And if you come back to the effects page, you scroll through all of these effects and you can apply macros anywhere you want to, choosing one of the many effects here. So you start to see, the unlimited options that you have. So let's go to, and then again, you can see all of the assignments I made here. You can X them out. If you click on a dot, it'll bring you directly to where the assignment is. The dot will start blinking. So if you want to make any changes, it's really easy. Let's go to the settings page. Again, further giving you additional options. Here is the note priority. You have mono, where only one note can be played. You have legato for the gliding notes. Let's see. Let's change the note priority to low and go to mono. So the lowest note will get priority. You see, when I press the higher note, you don't hear anything. Then, of course, you have legato for the sliding notes or gliding notes, whatever you want to call it. Here you have your low key and high key. You can set the range on your keyboard. Like if you want to have half of your keyboard be for layer A, the other half for layer B, you can configure your keyboard that way. Same thing with the pitch bend. If you want part of it to be layer A, the other part to be layer B, you can do that as well. And this is This icon is for a learning option. Once you turn it on, you can set the range from your high and low keys. Here's a glide option. So you can adjust the glide. And there are a couple options here for rate and time. Preserve voices only plays one voice, and lock bend ranges locks in the pitch bend ranges that you set. This is a velocity curve that you can adjust. Here's an icon here with a couple of options, presets for complete control, and a user velocity curve. You can fill it in yourself. Okay. So I have another instance of Glaze open here. Actually, let me go back to this instance. Make this larger. All right, so while I was exploring, I assigned a macro from the cutoff to the tune parameter, and remember how the initial preset sounded, and this is how it sounds now. Oops. So I added some effects and hold on. And that's the portion of the track that you hear at the end of the videos. So I really just wanted to demonstrate the power of Glaze and how you can take an original preset and go literally any direction that you want to and end up with a sound that's just completely, totally different from the original preset. It could change the texture of your song and, really surprise yourself. So this is my final review of Native Instruments Glaze 2. I really hope that you've come away inspired and wanting to explore and create and just, again, really surprise yourself. You have the main browser, macros on the main browser, the effects page, all these different effects options. You have the sound editor, the modulation, you have the sequencer, the macro assignments. You can change the way Glaze interacts with your keyboard on the settings page. So really unlimited options, unlimited creativity, no reason to not develop, something new, something different sonically. I mean, that's the end goal, right? That's what we all want to accomplish, right? Something new, something fresh, something different. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll see y'all on the next one. MSM Audio.